Hello guys, welcome to new video Advent of Cyber 2 2020 day 11. In recent videos we have solved up to day 10. In this video we are going to solve task 16 day 11. So just scroll down below. So here is task 16 day 11 networking the ROG genome. Okay, so first of all I will start this machine because this will take some time to start this machine. Close this pop-up box. So it is a day 11 the ROG genome prelude. This is it. The moment that Elp McEager has been waiting for. It is the final exam of the Nmap course that he enlisted on during day 8. What's under the Christmas tree? It looks like all that hard work of hitting the books has paid off. Success, Elp McEager screams. The exploit worked. EP, Elp McEager has successfully managed to create a reverse shell from the target back to his computer. Little did he know. The real exam begins now. The last stage of the exam requires Elp McEager to exhibit his privileges. He spent so much time studying Nmap cheat sheet that he is now drawing a blank. Can you help McEager to the good guy? Sometimes you gotta be the bad guy first. Okay, so in this lab we are going to learn about privilege escalation, like how you can perform some steps to get any administrator as well as root access. So this is a getting started. Today's learning objective: what is privilege escalation? You can just go through this theory part to learn more about privilege escalation, like users, administrator. Then the direction of privilege escalation. What is horizontal privilege escalation? What is vertical privilege escalation? Reinforcing the bridge. They have explained like how you can perform command injection to get a reverse shell using netcat listener. Okay. Thereafter, how you can set up any server by using Python. Then the privilege escalation checklist. What is needed for performing privilege escalation? Vulnerability SUID 101. Okay, so how you can find any SUID of means super user ID of any command or any executable. I'm using SUIDs. How you can use find command to get SUIDs. So we are just going to use this find command for our next questions. Okay, thereafter introducing enumeration script. Like they have explained, we can use leanenum.sh script. So they have given us download link too. You can just download this leanenum script from here. Okay, so that's it about privilege escalation. You can just go through all this theory to learn more. Thereafter they have explained covering our tracks. So you can just delete any logs to hide your identity or hide your IP. Now here is our first challenge. What type of privilege escalation involves using a user account to execute command as an administrator? Okay, so there are totally two types of privilege escalation. First one is horizontal privilege escalation. Second one is vertical privilege escalation. So we just need to find which type of command give us permission to run any command as an administrator. So just scroll up. They have already explained us what is vertical as well as what is horizontal privilege escalation. So a horizontal privilege escalation attack involves using the intended permission of a user to abuse vulnerability to access another user's resources who has similar permissions to you. And vertical privilege escalation means a bit more traditional. Vertical privilege escalation attack involves exploiting a vulnerability that allows the attacker to perform like commands like accessing data higher privileged accounts such as administrator. So okay, so our answer will be vertical. It allows us to run command as a administrator in vertical privilege escalation. So our answer will be vertical. So just scroll down below and paste it here vertical. Click on submit and our answer is correct. Now what is the name of the file that contains a list of users who are part of sudo group? Means we need to find a file which contains users who have sudo permission. Like we can run any command from sudo as a root user. So I will just start a terminator. It is a sudoers file and it is in /etc directory. So just open terminal and I will display its content by using cat /etc/sudoers. So this is the file which is used to display permission of any permission of users who have sudo permission. So you can see this is the file etc/sudoers. So our answer will be here sudoers. SUDOERS and click on submit. Now, next question is use SSH to log into vulnerable machine like so. SSH user at the rate IP 10.10.41.34. Input the following password when prompted. AOC 2020. Let's try to log into this system. So I will just extend this window by Windows up arrow command. Clear the screen by Control L. You can split the screen by Control Shift E. Just go to directory where you have downloaded your OpenVPN file. So I have downloaded it in desktop. Try hack me. After ls you can see there is our decryptor.ovpn file. So to connect to this file you can use command called sudo openvpn and file name is decryptor.ovpn. Hit the enter button. Enter default password of Kali. It is a Kali. Okay, we have successfully connected to OpenVPN. Now let's try to ping to this IP. So first of all I need to copy our target machine's IP. So you can use command ping and then IP address. Now you can just try to connect to this IP by using command ssh user at the rate IP 10.10.41.34. It is asking you that are you sure you want to continue connecting. So click here yes, and now it will ask a password. So our password is AOC 2020. So just enter that password and hit the enter button. Okay, so we have successfully solved this question. Now open TryHackMe. This will take some time to log in. So just open TryHackMe and click on completed. Now next question is enumerate the machine for executables that have the SUID permission set. Look at the output and use the mixture of GTFO beans and your researching skills to learn how to exploit this binary. You may find uploading some of the enumeration script that were used during today's task to be useful. Okay, so we just need to refer this GTFO beans file. So I will just use control and left click on that file. So here is the URL. You can go through all of this like by using bash executable how you can perform privilege escalation. So just scroll down below. We need to perform privilege escalation by using SUID. So just try to find SUID. So here you can see by using bash-p you can easily get SUID permission of any particular user or root user. So we are just going to do that. So let's try to find SUID permission that bash command is working on our target machine or not. For that we can use find command. Okay, so here is bash-p. Open our target machine. Okay, it is live now. You can just check our current user by using command who am I, and I am currently logged in as a semantic user. I want to log in as a root user. So for that we need to perform privilege escalation. We already know we can easily perform bash-p to get root privileges. First of all we need to find that bash command is working as a root user or not. So for that we can use command called find. So just scroll up below. They already explain us how you can use find command to find SUID privileges of any particular executable or not. So here is the command find. First of all I will use sudo -l. So it will display sudo permission is available for which executables. So you can see the user semantic did not have permission to run this sudo command. Okay, so we cannot find this by sudo -l. So let's use find slash, then slash means we will find in main parent directory and all subdirectories in it, then -u for user. So the user we are going to find is root, then -perm for permission, and thereafter use -u is equal to yes. We are going to find it for SUID, that's why we are using here yes. Then use -type is equal to f means file. So just specify here -type f, then 2 greater than /dev/null and hit the enter button. This will start finding all the executables who have SUID permissions like umount, mount, su, fuser mount, bash, ping. This command have SUID permission, and we already know bash command we can use bash-p for getting root privileges. We already found this in GTFO beans by using bash-p. So let's try to run this command on our target machine. So use bash-p and hit the enter button. Use here who am I to check our current user, and you can see we are currently logged in as a root user. Now we need to find a flag. First of all, I will just complete this task. So just scroll down below and click on completed. Now use this executable to launch a system shell as a root. We already launched this. What are the contents of the file located at /root flag.txt? Okay, so we need to find flag.txt in /root. So I just need to check my current directory by using pwd. It will display as present working directory. Currently I am on /home/semantic. I need to change my directory to /root. So use cd means change directory to /root. Use ls, and here is our flag.txt file. To display its content, you can use command called cat flag.txt and hit the enter button. You can see we successfully found this flag. So just triple click on this, right click, copy and paste it into TryHackMe. Click on submit. So this is how you can solve day 11 challenge of this Advent of Cyber 2 room. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you are interested in learning ethical hacking, bug bounty hunting or penetration testing, you can simply enroll into my course. I have given the course link into the description. You can just check it out. Thank you for watching.